Hello and welcome to Corepunk World. Finally, we have a new post that is very juicy. We're gonna break it down and see all the information. Alpha 2, passive talents and early access. Hello everyone. In this letter, we want to talk about the upcoming test at the end of May and our plans going forward. Naturally, all of this is related to game design. First, we want to mention that we messed up with the video. We picked up a great pace and are working diligently, but unfortunately we simply ran out of time for the video. Oh boy. Okay, so this post starts with I'm gonna tell you the bad news and then I'm gonna give you all the good news. We're gonna stay a little bit in the bad news because I really need to say something here. I didn't make a video when the alpha was delayed in the previous post because I was really mad. I was really disappointed. I was really mad. I was really upset. And people are gonna say, okay, give them some time. Okay, just they're making the game better. But I understand this. I understand that it's good that they're taking their time to make the game better when we're living in an era that all the companies are pushing the developers to release their game. Like the developers might say, the game is not ready. We don't care, just release it. Thank God we don't have this in Corepunk. It's a good thing that they're taking the time to make the game. What it's not good though is for people to wait for something and then get cancelled or delayed. And that has happened more than once with Corepunk, and I hope it will not happen again in the future, but I would suggest if you're gonna announce that something is gonna happen, it's good to keep your word. With that being said, let's go to the good news. However, there are two pieces of good news. In just over 2 weeks, you will be able to test everything yourself. We are also presenting all the passive talents of each archetype in this update, so you can familiarize yourself with the upcoming mechanics and possibly leave your feedback and suggestions in the comment to this post. The alpha is getting really close, like 2 weeks is nothing. As for the passive talents, bro, we're talking about 120 passive talents. Of course, there's gonna be more videos. Of course, we're gonna analyze each archetype and we're gonna rank the passive talents, how good, how bad we think they are. We don't have actual gameplay to see how they will work exactly, but still we can understand a lot of things just by reading the descriptions. Now let's get to the heart of the post. On the last few months, we've been working hard to deliver various progression systems, including endgame content, 2 of which will be presented in the upcoming test, 8 branches of passive talents and 6 branches of weapon specialization upgrades. Passive talents can be upgraded using passive talent points, which will be given 1 per level starting from level 5. Weapon specializations will need to be charged with energy from consumables, which players can earn from quests and find in the world as loot. We aim to showcase this at the end of next week. In the test, players will be able to level up to level 15 and will be able to combine any 2 branches. The ability to combine 3 branches will be unlocked in early access. We want players to play around with different talents combination, look for broken, fun builds and experience what the combat feels like with this system in place. Okay, I saw the broken fun builds and it kind of made me laugh a little bit. Okay, so what's the info here? The info is we can reach level 15 in the next version. We can choose 2 branches of passive out of 8. Okay, there will be 8 available, you can choose 2. The good thing here is that the creativity is wide open. You can do whatever you like. You can choose different branches. You can choose different passive in the branches. Like, there will be so many different builds, and if you put all this with the choices of the artifacts and what are going to be all the artifacts, definitely 2 same characters will have completely different builds, and that's really good for the game. I'm a bit exciting thinking of all this, like how many wonderful things we're gonna see, broken things, weak things, fun things. Okay, this is like exciting. Let's continue. We're also working hard on the world itself. For the test, we decided not to extend it, but to make it much more dense, packed with new settlements, NPCs, and point of interest to explore. We're working on balancing, and although the main adjustments will be made after the test before the early access, we'll mention some that will be included in this test. Food regeneration has been significantly enhanced, and now players can regenerate effectively with food without a campfire, while consuming food at a campfire will provide a bonus to food regeneration and buffs if the food has any. We feel the system has become more tactile and logical to use. We'll be waiting for your feedback on that. We will not see new territories, but the one that we already saw in the previous test will have more mobs, more NPCs, more settlements, stuff like that. Okay, I'm fine with that. It's okay, it's fine. The important thing here is the regeneration. Like, there were so many complaints about the health and the mana regeneration, the out of combat unexisting regeneration, which is kind of a false, because you will get artifacts, right? You will get artifacts that they will have some sort of out of combat regeneration. There will be some, but even if they're not, the way they do it now and the way you can use your food without a campfire is so good, bro. Like, waiting the campfire for like 1-2 minutes doing nothing just for your health to regenerate was really boring. A lot of people were complaining. Personally, I was using painkillers non-stop, like non-stop. I had 100,000 painkillers on me, and the thing is, they were expensive, let's say, but while they keep you outside in the wilderness for more time, you get more gold, so it was the same. But anyway, this had to change the whole regeneration thing, and we will see it, we will check it, and we will post our feedback about it. We will revamp crafting, but we will not release a more advanced version of crafting and itemization to the test. It will enter early access. However, a significant number of new items will be added to the test, including 5 very cool weapons for each hero. The logic of profession bonuses and efficiency systems will be revised at this test. In short, the main change is that the profession bonuses will no longer be tied to professions, but will be universal capabilities for all. That is, every player, regardless of profession, will have the ability to apply 3 alchemy buffs and 3 mystic runes, etc, etc. Okay, let's make this clear a little bit. Crafting was bind to power. Let's say it simple. This was a huge mistake. Like, crafting should not be bind to power or give you any sort of buff. Now, they removed that, which is a good thing, and we can get all the buffs and the bonuses without max out any crafting or have any connection to the crafting. Okay, that's a good thing. Also, we want to see the PvP activity of players in this test, how the world with new points of interest with loot will be perceived, and whether the contest for interesting points will be balanced and fair. Okay, I'm laughing. Okay. This is a rough focus of what we hope players will enjoy and have fun with during the test. Okay, what do you expect, like open world PvP to be balanced and fair? No way, we don't want it. This is jungle, bro. Is jungle fair? No, it's not. Like, if you want balanced PvP, yeah, sure, okay, you can go for a instance 5v5, 12v12, there will be battlegrounds, arena, stuff like that. Open world is not supposed to be balanced, okay? So let's get that out of the way, but it's supposed to be fun, and we hope that we will have fun over there. Let's move on our plans and a small roadmap for the near future. If the main test is successful, by which we mean that people have fun and enjoy the game, our next step will be early access. Technically and content-wise, we will be ready for early access about 2 months after the main test. Considering we are now delivering several key endgame progression systems for testing, and you will provide us with feedback for adjustments, we will have time and resources to focus on the tasks necessary for early access, many of which are almost ready. Let's hope everything goes well. Of course, there are going to be things that are going to change along the way, but what's really important for me is the stability of the game, the tech issues, the bugs, the glitches, the internet stability. All these things are really important, and I hope that everything goes well. Now let's talk about early access as a roadmap. First is localization. We want as many people around the world as possible to try Corepunk, but our capabilities have always been limited, and we could only afford English localization for objective market reasons before release. So to make Corepunk more accessible while we're still developing it, we'll enable auto-generated localization of text and voiceovers. Our voice generation provider supports up to 26 languages. Next, we will improve the localization to a high standard step by step for each language. Not a lot to say here. I mean, okay, it's fine that they're trying to add more languages, as long as English is the main one and it's well polished and nice. The rest can be better along the way. Yeah, okay, you don't have to make every language perfect, it's fine, but along the way you can make it better. But yeah, please have more priority to the English language because it's by far the most popular, right? The maximum level for characters in early access will be level 20. Level 20 will be the end game content throughout early access until the full release. There will also be the opportunity to upgrade and combine 3 branches of passive talents. Crafting of new types of items and overall itemizations will be expanded in terms of possibilities and combination significantly. For example, the full functionality of the synthesis machine, okay, this is good, the synthesis machine will be implemented, which will balance the randomness of itemization and add a huge number of variations and combinations of crafting. I believe that in the early access we will actually see the game. Like imagine this, you will have mounts, right? You will have the synthesis machine, you can have 3 branches. Like we can actually see how the game will play in the end game. Well, you have artifacts with good stats, you will have all your passives, and it will be a really good test. Now the question a lot of people have is, will the progression of early access stay or not? Okay, this is a huge debate. This is a huge debate. Some people will say, yeah, okay, it's unfair if early access stays because the people that will come after that will be way behind. Why is that? Early access would be, everyone would be able to play it, you know, like you pay and you get to the early access, so you just start there. Like it's the same if you say that the game released in 2024 and someone comes 2025 and, you know, he's left behind. Yeah, it's the same thing, bro. Like everyone can buy early access and just play the game. So for me, it's better if there is no wipe after the early access unless something goes wrong. When I say something goes wrong, we have duplicate items, we have some glitches, some bugs, and a reset is needed. Okay, if a reset is needed for the economy, for I don't know, various reasons, then yeah, okay, sure. But I will tell you one thing, a lot of people will not come back if there is a wipe. It has happened in the past many times in many games. Like people play for 2-3 months early access, they make some progression, then there is a reset and they say, what, I'm gonna play everything from the beginning and all these months that I played and blah blah blah. So you have to be careful there. If there is a reason and a reset is needed, then yes, but if it's not, it's better just let the game continue like this. By the way, when I'm saying buy early access, it's not something extra, right? It's just buying the game and you're in early access. It's a box price game. So okay, let's continue. Early access will receive 2 new large settlements with new biomes and NPC inhabiting them. All new locations will be level 20 locations. And the most pleasant bonus, there will be mounts on the early access and much more. Overall, to summarize, we work actively and a lot. With great pleasure, the team is very motivated because we are now at a stage of production when there is an opportunity for interaction with the community through tests. Everyone can see their work by watching how people play. This is our magic. And with each test, the desire to do more and show more grows. To entertain our community with content, demonstrate our creativity and receive feedback on it to become better. Bro, this is so real. Like I also have studied 3D animation, and the reason that I studied that is because I liked video games a lot, and you know, I want to be a developer also, and I understand what they're saying. Like when you create something and you see someone play it through what you have made, it is magic. Yeah, bro, it is. Friends, thank you for reading us, watching, and being interested. Thank you for your trust, your Corepunk team. Well, there are some trust issues, I'm not gonna lie. Like Artificial Core in the past made some announcements, they didn't keep their word. Okay, they had trouble and everything. We understand, okay, we want a good game. We get it. But from now on, please, when you say something, try to keep your word, because this is really, really important. Now, below in the post, there's, oh my god, so many passive trees, like 8 of them. So there will be 8 more videos after this, analyzing all the passive talents, which is a lot. Anyway, until then, take care. Thank you for watching. See you out there.